The Russian city of Ufa is tested as a global city of crafts. Professor Ali Saleh Alnajadah, a member of the jury of the World's Craft Cities of the World's Crafts Council and the coordinator of the Craftsman Committee in the Expo 965 team for Heritage and Crafts exhibitions in Kuwaiti creators, National Representative of the State of Kuwait in the World Crafts Council for the Asia and Pacific region. There was a conference that was attended by a large number of media professionals and representatives of local newspapers and television channels. During the meeting, it was announced that Ufa had submitted an official application to the World Crafts Council of Europe to be recognized as a World Crafts City in the Russian Federation. The delegation of international judges went to visit the Ufa College of Arts and Crafts, where they were received by the director of the college. The judges and the local delegation accompanying them visited all the departments of the college, which included the departments of drawing and engraving on wood, painting on fabric, jewelry making, graphic design, and industrial design.
The Russian city of Ufa is tested as a global city of crafts. Professor Ali Saleh Alnajadah, a member of the jury of the World Crafts Cities of the World Crafts Council and the coordinator of the Craftsman Committee in the Expo 965 team for Heritage and Craft exhibitions, and Kuwaiti creators, national representative of the state of Kuwait and the World Crafts Council for the Asian and Pacific region. One of the ex-pioneer and leader was on the members in the judging committee to estimate the villages and their heritage criteria. Let's all welcome our guest, Professor Ali Saleh Alnajadah, spokesman for the Expo 965 team for traditional and crafts exhibition and Kuwaiti creators. It's really a pleasure to have you in Good Morning Kuwait, Professor Ali, and it's really my honor to see you again. It's been a while.
Thank you very much. The honor is mine, and I would like to thank you for inviting me to speak to our audience, beloved audience, and let them know about my trip to Ufa city and what is World Craft Council is all about and what is this all about. And by the way, we are very lucky to have the president of World Craft Council International. He's a Kuwaiti nationality, Mr. Saad Al-Qaddoumi, and the headquarters of the World Craft Council International is located here in Kuwait.
Indeed, this is really definitely a privilege and an honor to have the leader of the World Crafts are from Kuwait. Definitely, this is amazing. And so, Professor Ali, welcome back.
Thank you.
And good to see you after this trip to Russia. So what was the assignment all about?
As we all know, the assignments are to apply for a World Craft City. Usually any city around the world that is known for its craft, whether they have one craft or they have number of different crafts. So if they have one craft, they call it a World Craft City for that craft, let's say for woodwork or for leather work or whatever. But if they have more than that, then it's called World Craft City. Usually they submit an application to the World Craft Council of their region, and then it goes to the international office, and from that they kind of study the proposal and or the application, and if they find the officials in the World Craft Council they find that the application worth looking into and going to make a visitation, then they
Good.
form the jury members.
And that leads us to what exactly expected from the judging committee, and how do you estimate the piece or the area, villages that you are testing?
There are several criterias to be tested in every village that submit a proposal.
Okay.
Mainly they focus on the craft. How old is the craft? How, let's say, spreading the craft among people? Let's say the number of people that practice that craft.
Okay.
How original it is, how it is related to the culture of the city, and what is the situation of, let's say, the people who are working in the craft, economic, social, if the government is supporting that craft or not, if there is a focus on the media on that craft. So there are number of criterias, and you know, the scale goes from excellent to need to be improved.
Okay.
So the judges will go and look at the application, go to the evaluation form, and then give their recommendations.
Amazing. So what is the relationship between the council and the cities, Professor Ali?
The council, it's the, let's say, the qualifying organization.
Okay.
And the cities, they want to be recognized. Okay. So any city who would like to be recognized, submit the application, and then after the qualifying visit, either the committee, the jury committee, will approve that city to be recognized, or they say it needs to be, you know, to be improved. And if the city is approved, then they give it a certificate, and that certificate has a valuable importance, because they can use it first, on, you know, on the national and on the international level, as that their products, you know, are qualified, or their products are well done. That's a recognition. Also, the craft people, it helped them to kind of alleviate the product, and also it puts some, let's say, commitment on the government to try to uplift and to upgrade and to support the craft people. And also they can use it as, let's say, an issue for tourism.
Touristic,
exactly.
Purposes.
Yes.
So as a pioneer and a judge, what are the qualifications that, you know, sees to be enabled, or to enable you to be one of the judging committees?
First, I have to be a member of a national entity.
Okay.
And I am a member of Expo 965 team for heritage crafts and talented Kuwaitis. And this is a national entity, that's one thing.
Okay.
And I have to be a craft expert. Someone who knows about crafts, and
someone who's experienced and, you know,
has a history.
Okay. With it.
I have been with the World Craft for the past, my first membership with them was in 2014. So at least I have now 10 years with them. Okay, and I have gone through a lot of observation and, you know, going with other committees, and I learned the process.
So how many places have you tested before, and what are some of the difficulties that could confuse a judge in his estimation? So
I went to 4 cities. I went to Bukhara city in Uzbekistan. I went to Dizful city in Iran, and also Buhera village in Iran. And this is the last one, which is Ufa city in Russia. So I have been through this experience 4 times. That's one thing. The other thing is the thing that confuses the juror, let's say, if the visiting program is not well organized, that's one thing. If the application is not comprehensive and give enough details. Also, if let's say we went to Russia and they speak the Russian language and we speak English. By the way, we were 4 people, one from Uzbekistan, one from South Africa, one from Italy, and myself from Kuwait.
Wow.
The common thing between us that we speak English.
The English,
They speak Russian, so they had to have translators with us, 24 hours, let's say, a day. figure of speech.
24/7,
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
they, morning and afternoon in our visits to kind of translate to us. So that was one of an obstacle. We usually like to talk to the craftspeople and kind of have a one-on-one conversation with them. And when there is a translator, maybe he will be well qualified even to translate the terms and the words. And if he not very knowledgeable about these terms, he could translate them in a way that will give us in a wrong way.
Yeah, definitely it will make a misunderstanding. Definitely, this is one of the obstacles sometimes. But overall, it's all good.
Oh, in Ufa City, we had two excellent translators that they did the best they could, and we've got
what a mix, Professor Ali. One from Italy, one from South Africa, one from Kuwait, and one.
Mr. Aziz Murtazayev, he is the former Vice President of Asia Pacific region. Madam Nadia Mir, she's the Vice President of WCC Africa. Dr. Fatina Al-Siqilli, she's the Vice President of Europe, and myself as a national entity.
Amazing.
From Kuwait.
You learned a bit of Italian, maybe.
No, unfortunately, I learned little of Russian. For example, why they call it Ufa.
Ufa, yeah, that's a strange name.
There is a very interesting explanation. Our Thai tour guide told us. He said that, in the past, they believed that there were a man and a woman trying to climb the highest mountain or one of the highest mountains in Ufa, before it is called Ufa. So the man, when he reached the top, he said, "Ooh," as if he got so tired. And when the woman, she reached
the top,
she said, so Ufa. Okay. But I think this is, I don't know if this is a real story or not.
Definitely, it's a beautiful one. So what is the Expo relation with the council and your personal relation with the Craft Council?
Expo 965 team is a national entity with the World Craft Council, Asia Pacific region, and we have been members since 2017.
Indeed.
So that qualifies me to go as a jury. That's one thing. And I have been with the Asia Pacific region also for 10 years as a member. And I've learned a lot. I've been in several committees, and that gave them, let's say, a trust in me that I can do it. And I have been also an observer. I also was a juror for the World Craft Awards. Okay, Award of Excellence.
Good.
And I was selected twice.
I see pictures on that monitor.
The costumes,
Yeah, costumes, and those beautiful photographs.
That's some of the jewelry that the ladies wear over there.
Old jewelry. This is the team.
This is one of the groups. We visited different locations.
And
that was called the Ethnic Village.
This is beautiful.
By the way, this is, and also the pieces, the red pieces with the money or the silver coins. It's very interesting. That woman have all these coins, so she is, she has her bank on her chest to carry all the money that she has.
That's true.
If she goes, let's say, to buy anything from the market and she needs money, she can pull one and give it.
One coin.
And they say that it's also a shield. If a married woman, she loses her husband in a battle, and she wants to go and fight on his behalf, then this becomes as a shield for her. So there are so many different uses.
Yeah, definitely. So can you guide us through the schedule of what took place there and what were your criteria that you depend on as you judge? As a judge.
Yeah, from day one that we went to Ufa City, we have been taken in a tour to the city in order to be acquainted with the environment and what is going on over there. The next day, we visited Mr. Agragim. He is the Deputy Minister of the Municipality in Ufa City. And we had a thorough explanation from him. And then we went into a press conference and we were there in the municipality building. After that, we started our journey and we went to the College of Industrial Crafts, and we have learned a lot about the effort of Ufa City in putting youngsters to learn the crafts from a very young age, like starting from 12 years old.
Nice.
And they learn jewelry, they learn about weaving, they learn so many different crafts.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
then we went to another place, which was the Agadil. It's an enterprise supported by the government, and it's a place for also artisans to work over there in so many different crafts. We went to a third place. It was a tannery, a place where they do crafts with leather, and they have the best, leather products that they have, very well done.
So how was the weather there?
Freezing.
Freezing. Yeah, I wanted to ask you.
It was -5 when we were there, and it could go -35, 25.
Yeah.
But
goes
luckily,
even more below. Yeah, that's true.
the people who received us, they were very generous. Before I go to Ufa, they asked me about the size of my shoes and the size of my jacket.
The jacket, yeah.
And looking at Ufa, before I leave Kuwait, I noticed that it was very cold, so I thought that maybe they want to give me special shoes. And yes, it was felted shoes, the thickness of the wool about this much, and then
it's a thermal.
It's a thermal, and the coat. Wow, I mean,
definitely.
And they gave me a small hat also.
Yeah, once you wear this thermal jacket, definitely you are like separated from the outer.
Exactly. Exactly.
Definitely. Professor Ali, unfortunately, it's really beautiful conversation, and
Thank
we
you.
are really learning from you. You are enlightening us and our viewers, but unfortunately, we are out of time. And I don't know if you have last message or...
Yeah, if you will allow me, I would like to thank the World Craft Council International for giving me this opportunity, and also the World Craft Council for Europe to give me this opportunity. And I would like, through your program, to thank all the officials in Ufa City and also the people of Ufa City for their hospitality and for well receiving us in their city.
Indeed, definitely Ufa City would be happy to see a handsome professor from Kuwait, with his skin definitely, which is rare over there. And definitely we are happy to see you back on the program.
As they say, my skin color is a blessing from God.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Professor Ali Alnajadah, and it's really a pleasure and honor to have you in our program. Thank you.
And thank you to KTV2.
Dear viewers,